Hi, welcome back. So in this session, we are going to discuss about how to complete automate Docker image right from the custom image creation to the image creation testing to and to Docker Hub repository pushing. Even if you have different Docker repository, private repository on your own, the process is same. So in this session, I'm going to give you the entire flow to make sure you have the good understanding. So in your project, the tools may vary, but the logic and steps are same. So as per this diagram, I have a Docker file and I have the relevant CICD automation YAML files. So whenever the developer pushing this to the repository, what I need is automatically the trigger should start. So we no need any machine, right? Normally, if we want to create a Docker custom image, in previous class, we have seen we have to create a Docker file, and using Docker build command, we need to execute it, correct? So with tagging or without tagging means later you need to create a right tagging name and then you need to log into the Docker repository. Then you need to push it. The same here. So you no need to have any machine. So we can use it for Travis CI in this POC lab. So in Travis CI, based on your instruction, it will create a necessary machine. Automatically, you will have the Docker file executed in that Docker machine, and one by one will be implemented. Once it's successful, you will get the alert. Even if it is a failure, you will get an alert. And once the successful completion, it will store it to hub.docker.com or whatever repository you are going to configure it. So in this POC lab, we are going to see hub.docker.com. Okay, so I have created a templates, I have created a YAML file, I have created a necessary instruction. All you need to do is just watch 1 or 2 times. Using these scripts, you do on your own. To do this lab, you need a GitHub. As I said in the first prerequisite session itself, you need github.com user ID password, and you need Travis-CI Travis-CI.com and GitHub Travis, as well as you need one mail ID and you need a hub.docker.com. So these 4 you need to have it to do this hands-on POC lab. Let's go inside. So as I stated couple of previous session also, for this session, okay, so always we have our GitHub repository, CloudnLoud. In that, there is a Docker-training repository to cover this training aspects. So for this session, you stick with class 9 Docker-image-DevOps-automation. Inside, there is a image automation notepad. Also, there is a image. So there will be 2 files. Okay, just now you seen the image, right? The image also placed in this folder only. So you can download it later. So let's go inside. First, I will explain. Let me zoom it. So complete image push automation via DevOps CI/CD. Even you have to have a GitHub, and this is the Travis Auto repository. You can note down. So this is a separate repository to use this automation. So if you want, you can clone it in your GitHub import this repository under some name, and then go to travisca.com, sync this, and you can start the trigger. So what we are going to do is, I'm going to show you how Travis auto repository looks like. So in Travis auto, there is a travis.yaml, there is a Docker file. Okay, so go here. This is the dot. Please note down. This is the hidden file .travis.yaml, right? So in this we have created some format. So I need a Docker machine so that the Travis understand the Docker machine platform, because we need to test this. We need one Docker machine, and in that Docker machine, I need to build this using the dot. Dot means what? Docker file. Already there is a 2 file, right? So execute the Docker file and convert with this name tagging, right? So please make sure before executing this, you need to have this repository in your hub.docker.com. You will see it in hands-on now. And also, you remember previous session, from the Docker Linux machine, you need to log into your hub.docker.com repository. So you use the Docker space login and given the username and password. So the same way here, we are passing the username and password, but with variable. Okay, normally the plain text is not advisable. So I'm passing the variable. So if you mention different variable, I will show you where to mention those variable and the username and password and Docker images and whatever we build. Please don't get confused. Here, what you building, the image format, the same image has to be pushed, which we seen in the last session. Come down, and who all has to be notified. Okay, who all has to be notified. You need to mention it with command, right? So on success also I need to get an alert, and failure also I need to get alert. Okay, so now we will go to the Docker file. So Docker file is pretty much straightforward. So in the Docker file, we are downloading Ubuntu, and we are adding some description, and we are running some command, and also we are running one more upgrade command, and we are installing Nginx, exposing to port 80, and we are adding the startup parameters, right? So I'm going to back to here. So we have a travis.yaml, we have a Docker file, right? And there is a travisca.com. Okay, first time when you open travisca.com, okay, while I'll just go to sign out, you will be asked like this. So better all this you have to log in one single browser, which will avoid many confusion. So if you already logged in GitHub in the same browser, your task is straightforward. So I am clicking GitHub. Since I already logged in GitHub in this same browser, it will ask, because I already logged in. So it will ask. So you select authorize so that it will be logged in. So again, first time when you are entering, it will ask what are the repositories you want to sync it. Okay, so here, so like this, it will ask you all sync. So you can select what are all repositories, or I selected only this. So if you go to settings, it will ask. The first time it will ask. Right now I have synced it. So you select what all repositories you want, right? So you want to sync it. So if you go to the particular repository, once it's added, so sometimes this repository will not sync properly. You enable manually click this sync account. So say settings, come down, see here. So there is a username, and what is the username? Password, and what is the password? What is the value you will give? This value should be hub.docker.com. What username password you used to log in? That username, hub.docker.com password, right? So, and another one people often using to do the mistake is go back to your Travis YAML. See here, Travis YAML. Say for example, here Vijay_password. This is the variable I given. That means you need to give the same variable. Vijay_password, Vijay_username, or CloudnLoud_password, CloudnLoud_. So what variable you given, the same variable you need to represent it here. Otherwise, while executing, it will wait for that variable. The variable is not configured, so it will fail. So please make sure what you given in travis.yaml, the same variable has to be declared here and the relevant values. So right now username will be CloudnLoud because my hub.docker.com username is CloudnLoud and password the necessary password, correct? For which repository you want to sync it, because this is the repository I have travis.yaml and Dockerfile. That is the repository you need to sync it with travis.ca to see how this image automation is working, correct? So now we'll go here. First, we will do wantedly some error. I'm going to edit it. Right now, I want to also show you, I opened my mail. This is info1@cloudnloud.com. So we will do a silly mistake. So I'm going to, where is that? No. Okay. So this is the travis.yaml. I don't want to change anything here. So go to your Docker file. In the Docker file, we are going to change manual error. So we are going to do some manual error to make sure we are all getting good clarity. 1, 2, 3, 4. We all know there is a wrong command. The command is wrong, right? Let it be. So commit changes. The moment I changed, okay, wait here. So automatically what will happen is branches. So let's take once it's synced, automatically the build is started, right? Even you can go here manually also you can trigger build, but CICD should be started automatically. It started now. So it's created the Docker machine and the Docker file, everything is getting executed in that machine here. See here, now it will throw the error. See, there is a error. So which means the image will not get pushed. So what you will need to understand from this behavior is, so whenever there is a issue or mistakes, right, in the image build procedure, so until the image completion, the successful completion as per the Docker file, the image will not start push to your Docker image repository, which will save a lot of time your production deliverable. Otherwise, what will happen is the corrected image will be pushed, and later nobody knows. The image team is sitting in one location, and the actual production team, all people are sitting in everywhere, right? So they don't know whether the pushed image is corrected image. So which will end up with huge issues, right? So we will delete this. Go here. See here. You remember we have enabled both. On success also I need to get a notification. On failure also I need to get a notification. Which mail ID? Better you give some group mail IDs, right? So right now I configured one individual mail ID. Yes, I got. So go here. See. So it's clearly saying there is an update in the Docker file. So the CICD got triggered, but it failed, right? Because we know we manually made this error. So I'm going back. Let's go to the Travis. Okay, let's clear the log so that we all know right now it's empty, right? So we are going to just change it. with correct one and commit it. And commit it. The moment you edited, technically there is a change. There is a change in the repository. Who is watching? Your CICD is watching, right? So wait. Sometimes it takes some time. Wait, it should start automatically. You no need to do anything. Yes, started. See here, there is a yellow color. 6 started. So see, there is no machine you created like previous session, right? Automatically there is a Docker machine got created. Your entire Docker file going to execute. Yes. So it's getting downloaded from your repository. Automatically the username and password taking from the variable which you configured in travisci.com. Everything is getting executed like what we did in the last session manually in the Linux machine. Everything is, there is no machine. So it's getting pushed also. Docker push new app version 1.0. Let's go back to here, hub.docker.com, new app. Okay. So there is a version 1.0 is pushed. So we'll do one more thing is repositories. Let's create one more repository, new repository. Say, for example, I am shy. Okay. Shy to fail. So this is my repository, right? So copy this, create it. So this is our new repository, right? So go here. This is the travis.yaml. So here you need to mention the Docker file is fine, but once you are telling use the Docker file, but with this tag name. So you edit it here. Okay. And change it with this. Okay. I'm shy to fail, but not like this. So you need to take the proper naming. So let's go here. Don't want to get any error. So copy, paste this version 1.0 or whatever version you want. If you want, just mention as a latest. I'm going with version 1.0. And I am copying, paste it here also, because here you are tagging, you are creating the tagging, but here only you are pushing. So both should be the same. The reason I am giving another new name is you should not get confused. So even in many new requirements, you need to be in a position to go for all this logics. So go here and check there is no push because just now we created, right? So after this change, it should show 1.0 there. So the moment you commit changes, as long as Travis CA is monitoring, let's go above 6. So 7 is received automatically. The moment I changed, so automatically it got received. Wait for it. See, the necessary machines getting created. This is how the IT field is going. Previously, till previous session, we used to create a Linux machine. We need to install Docker. We need to everything. We need to do it on top of this machine. Only we are able to do all our Docker, right? So right now we just push the code. The relevant environment got created. That is the robust era we are already entered. So please make sure don't worry about any coding or any part. It's very easy. The couple of times you need to try with some failure and logics. So come down. Automatically it's getting pushed, but this time it is going to push it for here new repository. Come down. See here, it's getting pushed automatically. The I am shy file version 1.0. Yes, it's pushed. So let's go back here, say reload. Yes, it got pushed, right? So let's go and check, is there any mail we received? Yes, Previously, there was a mail because the one more successful with the previous repository, Travis Auto main. This also we have got, right? So it will redirect it to the necessary log. And one more, the new one. Right now, the new repository also we got. So this is how you need to compare here and there, and you need to understand the entire logic. This is very important. If you are going for Docker, this is very important. Stay tuned. We'll come up with more hands-on session. Thanks for everyone.